afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great used work and play value from Parkway RV Center. Just took this in on trade, folks. This is a 2010 work and play 25 ULA. This is a 30-foot camper, weighs 6,300 pounds dry, has a 3,500 pound cargo carrying capacity, folks. I've got a great selection of used toy haulers right now I'm going to be posting over the next few days. Hurricane Harvey, folks, people are buying these things like crazy because they can live in the front, store their stuff in the back for temporary housing. Prices are going through the roofs, but I just got a great selection of them in with prices starting as low as $89.95. This was a work and play trade-in. We are the #1 new work and play dealer in the 5-state area and one of the top 5 work and play dealers nationwide. So advantage of that is people that buy work and plays trade them in on brand new 18 work and plays. And this is a great chance to show you how well these work and plays hold up and how well they're built. This is 30 feet long, 6,300 pounds dry weight, roughly a 3,500 pound cargo carrying capacity, 100-gallon water tank. And you can see the exterior to be a this year model camper is in excellent condition. Got a rear ramp door. I've got it hooked into 30 amp power. Got the no maintenance metal roof. That's work and play's main selling feature. A lot of features in this thing that are still found in the 2018 models, such as the million-mile bolts, which is used exclusively by work and play. And it's the same kind of bolt you see on semi-truck trailers. They're called million-mile bolts because they're designed to go 1,000,000 miles. Metal fender skirt, metal underneath it, so if you ever have a blowout, you've got less worries about causing damage to your camper. No delamination. Striping looks great. Here in the front, you've got a power tongue jack. You've got a locking toolbox, battery, and much more. Now, this is still built just like the work and plays are now. It's got steel trusses on the floor and the ceiling every 16 inches, which is the only toy hauler brand that does that. Other RV manufacturers put them every 36 inches. Work and play puts them every 16 inches, so you get an incredibly strong roof and floor system. Let's look inside this 25 ULA. As we step inside, folks, it just came in. No smoke, no pet odors, but I'm gonna tell you, folks, I've got it hooked up to power. It's everything works that I can tell. The only thing I've got to do is I've got some new mattresses ordered, some innerspring queen mattresses. People that traded this in had a custom built mattress made for it. They wanted to keep it. And so right now it doesn't have a mattress, but just pretend it does. It's going to have a brand new innerspring mattress that's going to be more comfortable than what came in it from the factory. And it's going to be brand new, never slept on, still wrapped in the plastic. So that's included. Got a HDTV back here. Plenty of cabinet space, standard 7.5 foot tall roof. Other brands use 6.5 foot tall roofs. And this goes back to what I was talking about, the 16-inch trusses. There's a truss there because you can always see the screws in the ceiling panel. There's a truss there, truss behind that batten strip, truss against there. And you can see screws every 16 inches on the ceiling. And that's because of that incredibly strong roof and floor system. And it's the same way with the floor. Got the padded carpeted flooring that's been added by the previous owners. I'm gonna tell you, folks, this is a nice toy hauler. You know, most used toy haulers are beat up. They, you know, they've been kind of run through the mud a little bit. This one here has not been used and abused like many other used toy haulers you're going to see on the market. All this folds up. The sofa makes a bed. The table booth makes a bed. That table's removable, so you can set it outside, use it for a picnic table. All this folds flat up against the wall. It gives you a 8-foot long by 8-foot wide cargo carrying capacity. And that's 8 foot from the edge of this counter right here to the rear door. So that's 8 by 8. Plus you got all this other space. And this is what a lot of people are doing, especially those that were affected by the Hurricane Harvey. What they're doing is they're living in the front and using this as your own 8 by 8 or storage building. So you don't have to have a storage building somewhere. You can keep your stuff in here. Folks, I'm going to tell you, already I've got people wanting to buy every travel trailer I have in stock to take down to Texas to double their money, and I'm not going to do it, folks. You know, I'll sell somebody one or two, but I'm not going to get into selling my entire inventory because I'm not going to be able to replace it. And plus, I don't believe in taking advantage of folks that are in a bad shape. This one, folks, and I want you to look online and look how much used toy hauler prices have shot up. I've still got this one priced accordingly. This is a 2010. It includes a 90-day nationwide limited warranty, includes a major systems check by our certified RV techs that will be completed after purchase. This unit's $12,900 with all that included, folks. That's a haggle-free price unless you want to come take it as is. Now, folks, the air conditioner, I've got it on. It's cold. You can see we're blowing out 30s. And I noticed they've added that curtain rod too for a privacy curtain, so you can separate the living quarters from the storage quarters. Now, I haven't had the fridge on very long, but let's see if it's starting to get cold. It's starting to get cold. It's probably not going to show on the thermometer just yet, but we do guarantee the fridge to work when you take the inspection. You've got a side bathroom. Here in the side bathroom, you got a glassed-in shower, got the plastic surround. Thanks to that 7.5-foot ceiling, you don't have to have one of those skylights that get brittle and break after a few years and cause leak damage. Nice little bathroom right here, folks. Crown molding everywhere. I mean, this is a neat toy hauler, folks. And if you're not needing it for temporary home, you can still use it as a regular toy hauler. You can use it as a regular travel trailer. I mean, so many ways you can use a toy hauler. You know, you've got that 8x8 garage space to do whatever with you want. If you want to put you a workshop in there, if you do flea markets for a living, you've got a place to store your stuff during the flea markets. You can stay in the front and keep your stuff locked up in the back. If you do craft shows, folks, I've seen people do all kinds of stuff. I sold a brand new working plate to a guy one time out west who converted it into a mobile leather shop so he can do leather work at festivals and events and make his living doing that. I've sold these to people that do competition barbecues, and they keep their stuff in here, and what they do is they rig the back door up into a porch with steel cable, or they just simply put blocks of wood underneath the door so it's flush. And they grill out there. They do their smoking out there. It's a lot of things you can do with a toy hauler that you cannot do with a regular travel trailer. But the main thing that people are buying them for right now is to live in. And folks, I'm going to tell you, I'm lucky to have what I have. I'm going to be posting a lot of toy haulers over the next few days, so be prepared for that. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel and you're needing a used toy hauler for one reason or the other, subscribe to my channel, because you're going to see something you're going to want to buy. We've got the lowest prices on the internet, folks. We're not going to be like everybody else and mark their prices up on all their trailers because of the hurricane. I've seen several dealers doing that, and just like Katrina, what people were doing, they were coming and buying every trailer an RV dealer has, taking them down to Texas, setting them up, charging people double for what they paid for them, and it's wrong, folks. Because most people's insurance is going to pay for it anyway, or they sell them to the government for double price, and the government's stuck with them. So it happened during Katrina. It's happening now. It's going to make a nationwide shortage, especially now motorhomes. They do the same with motorhomes, but especially with towable RVs, toy haulers, and bunkhouses in particular. They're going to be scarce for the next year or two. The same thing happened after Katrina, folks, if many of you remember. Is that the used RV market pretty much dried up. In fact, back then our inventory dropped to half, and it's because we could sell them all day long, but we could not find them to buy because of the demand. So it's kind of like a supply and demand thing. But folks, this is a nice toy hauler for what it is. It's one of the most heavy-duty built toy haulers you can buy. You know, these things are built, like I said, you got that one-piece metal roof that's, you don't have to worry about going up and sealing every year and all that stuff. This is, you know, you got those steel trusses every 16 inches on the floor and ceiling. And everything in this thing is built heavy-duty, built to last. That's why this thing, even if after 8 years, it still looks like it does. Now, if you took a 2010 Coachman or a Jayco Toyhauler, it's not going to look near this good, folks, because they're just not built as heavy duty as this one is. 3,500 pound cargo carrying capacity is pretty serious for a 30-foot camper. Way more than most of your other brands. And just an overall, just a neat camper. Like I said, I've already plugged it into power. I know the TVs work. I know the lights work, except for a couple of bulbs that are burnt out. I know the air conditioner works. The fridge is getting cold, and much more. So if you didn't want to wait for the inspection that we do after purchase, and if you want to come take one as is, you know, give us a minimum 24-hour notice. We'll hook this thing up to power and turn the air in the fridge on, let you look through it yourself, do your own inspection, and you can decide then whether you want to take it as is and get a discount, because we don't have to pay for the warranty. We don't have to pay our RV techs to check it out if you take one as is. We don't have to pay them to do a walkthrough. And since you give up those services, we will discount this thing what those services cost us. Or you may decide to take the inspection and get the 90-day nationwide limited warranty, which, by the way, is through CoachNet Corporation, which is the same warranty manufacturer that Work and Play puts on all their new Work and Plays. So you don't have to worry about that. This unit's $12,900, haggle-free with those services, or we will discount it if you do not want those services. That's the only two options for buying. I think as you get online, you start researching used Work and Plays and see how few of them there are out there. Because people buy these things, they keep them for a lot longer than your average brand because they hold up so good. I think you're going to find our price is very, very fair considering the condition and the market and what the market is right now. But I do have Toyhaulers starting at $89.95, used ones that are checked out, ready to go, and much more. Give us a call, 706-965-7929, evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Our website's parkwayrvcenter.com. I will be posting everything on there. I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 videos a day, time permitting, on used toy haulers, because I've just gotten in a bunch of them. A lot of them I've bought. A lot of them I've taken in on trade on new Work and Plays. If you need a new Work and Play, we've got the guaranteed lowest prices on brand new Work and Plays on the internet. We've got them starting around $22,000, and they go on up to, depending on what you want, how you want them equipped. This one's $12,900 with a warranty, with an inspection. If you want a copy of what we check and repair if needed, and you want to know the current lead time for a travel trailer checkout, please call before bidding on eBay or buying this unit on any of the 20 plus different websites we advertise on. We're on all the most popular for sale websites on the internet. Folks, let me tell you something. We've been doing this for 49 years. I always ask people to call us before they buy, because this way my salespeople can explain the sales process to you. That way there's no games, gimmicks, surprises for us or you. So please, folks, we do answer our emails, but we always prefer you call, and I'll go over that in a minute why we prefer you call over emails. But again, our phone numbers are 706-965-7929. If you call after hours, I do have an answering service set up that answers after sales or after hours sales calls, and we'll call you back the next business day. But folks, you know, we sell almost 600 used RVs a year because we have the lowest prices on the internet. We don't, and the way it works is, folks, I don't use commission salespeople. That's one of the main reasons why my prices are so much lower than anybody else. And I don't charge any extra fees like anybody else, because commission salespeople are your worst enemy when you make any large purchase. Because instead of paying them salary or paying them by the hour, dealerships use commission salespeople because it allows them to keep a large sales staff. Most of the time, a lot our size will have 25 or 30 salespeople. But it allows the dealership to keep them able to have a large sales staff on hand at any given time, because they don't have to pay them to sit around. They get paid when they produce a sale. When they have that many salespeople, they're lucky to sell 1 or 2 a month. So in order to keep that many people working there under those conditions, what they do is they have to offer them a huge reward when they do sell something. And that reward is the average industry standard RV commission rate is 25% of the gross profit. What does that mean to you? Well, it's simple. The dealership, that means you pay more for the RV because the dealership has to mark your unit up an additional 25% to cover the salesperson's commission. You're paying thousands more for the same RV you can buy here for thousands less, for the simple reason they use commission salespeople and we don't. Now, granted, folks, I can't afford to hire 25 or 30 salespeople and pay them salary like I pay my guys now. I have 4 non-commissioned salespeople. This way, there's no sales pressure, no games or gimmicks, no drama, no trouble, like you have to deal with at a commissioned salesperson. Because my salespeople get paid the same whether you buy one from us or you buy one somewhere else. So they're here to concentrate on your needs instead of concentrating on their own needs, because when you deal with a commissioned salesperson, the more profit they can make the dealership, the more the dealership pays them. Now, a lot of dealerships, after so many thousands of dollars in profit, actually increase their commission rate to 30 or 35%. So they're always, a commission salesperson is going to be out to get every single dollar they can out of you, because every extra dollar they get you to pay is an extra 25% in their pocket. If you've got a trade-in, we do take pretty much anything of value for trade that we don't have to feed. And as long as it's legal to sell, we'll trade for it. We trade for other RVs, of course, motorhomes, boats, motorcycles, guns, jewelry, gold, silver, coins, tools. We'll trade for lawn equipment. We'll trade for classic cars, any kind of oddity that we can put a value on, that we can put in it enough that we can sell it as quick as we sell our RVs. Because keep in mind, we have our prices lower than anybody else on the internet, so whatever we trade for also has to be priced for less than any other one on the internet, whatever that might be. And we will trade for anything that we can sell. So if you've got something other dealers won't trade for, you might be surprised when we say yes. Folks, I even traded for one of Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s race used cars. I've got a rolling chassis that was used by Dale Earnhardt. Of course, I'm not selling it, but I did trade for it. Somebody traded it in on a motorhome. I'm just using it for a showpiece, but you'd be surprised at stuff that I trade for that nobody else has. 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. We're on YouTube, of course. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button. Make sure you like us on Facebook. I've got my own Big Bow Facebook page, and Parkway RV Center has their own Facebook page as well. And send us a friend request on my page, and we will. That's already getting colder, and we'll make sure to accept it. Yeah, I post little tidbits and articles and this and that about the RV lifestyle. I've been around it for over 20 years. I've been involved in this industry pretty heavily for over 20 years. I've owned just about every make, model, and type of RV you can imagine. I've got a lot of unique perspective from the RV consumer's eyes as well as the dealership's eyes about how this industry is, and I try to give you a lot of good information. I know I've had a lot of people tell me they've learned more from watching my video than talking to 10 of those computer-trained commissioned RV salespeople like you find at other RV dealerships, and I'm not even in sales. I get paid to do videos, but folks, I try to give you some information that I think is useful, whether it's about how other RV dealerships operate, it's about the RV itself, the way it's built. I watch other people on YouTube that describe RVs. They're very cut and dry. They show just obvious stuff, like there's a TV and there's the air conditioner, but they don't give you any other details about the construction of the RV, the history of the RV, the company, anything like that, folks. But we do. I mean, this is the #1 selling toy hauler travel trailer in America for the past 8 years in a row, is the Work and Play by Forest River. Forest River, of course, owned by Berkshire Hathaway Company, and you're more familiar with their CEO, Mr. Warren Buffett, the largest RV manufacturer in the world by far, and they're not going anywhere, folks. The Work and Play is their version of the most heavy-duty toy hauler that money can buy, that they can develop, and this is what you get. And even the 2018 models, folks, there's nothing else like a Work and Play on the market. You can tell from the moment you walk in one to the moment you can punch on the wall. You can look at the roof system, standard aluminum roof, metal roof, and much more that you just do not see on the other brands. Thank you for watching. This unit's going on eBay, bidding starting at $12,900. Please call ahead and talk to one of our non-commissioned salespeople before bidding. That way they can explain the sales process in more detail and answer any questions you have, because we operate a lot different than the other RV dealerships that you see on the internet. And that's why we've been in business for almost half a century, folks. We are one of the oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships in the United States today, and the oldest one in Georgia by many, many years. 49 years in business. We sell almost 600 units a year. There's not much we haven't seen, folks. And put our experience to work for you. Let us save you money, which is first and foremost what we do. You know, you've noticed I'm not like other dealers. My prices are clearly posted, haggle free, and the price is posted on every single ad and video that we do, because price is what sells these RVs. Doesn't matter where you're buying it from. Price and of course condition are the two main factors of us selling almost 600 RVs a year, folks. Can't beat our prices, can't beat the quality of our RVs. You know, I've got more used inventory in stock than any dealership within 170 or 500 miles of Ringgold, Georgia. I've got over 170 used RVs in stock. Or in fact, I've got construction crews out here now expanding our lot even more so we can hold more than 170. So if you're in the market for a used RV, you don't check with us, folks, you just missed out on thousands of dollars in savings and a whole lot less stressful buying experience than you're going to get at these high pressure run them in, run them out RV dealerships like you see everywhere else. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia. And I forgot to mention too, folks, financing's available with approved credit, and nationwide delivery is also available. Just call us for a quote. Now, folks, again, going back, we do answer all of our emails. sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. But when you have 4 non-commissioned salespeople selling almost 600 used RVs a year, they don't have a lot of time to spend behind a computer sending and reading emails. You can learn more in a 10-minute phone conversation than you can in 2 hours of writing and reading emails back and forth. And time is money to my guys. They're not just dealing with you when you want to buy an RV, folks. They're dealing with several people. And a lot of times they'll have 2 or 3 buyers on the same unit because of the scarcity of it. So they don't have a lot of time to answer emails, so expect up to a 48-hour delay on emails. And that's just because I don't have the manpower, and the more people I have to hire, the higher my overhead is. That means the higher my prices have to be. So to keep our prices where we can sell campers like this for $12,900, please call us. They will answer your questions. And like I said, 10-minute phone conversation. I know it's old-fashioned, but you'll learn more in that phone conversation than hours of going back and forth on emails. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, email us, call us. We'll get back with you, but please call for faster service, because while you're waiting on that email response, somebody else, because I promise you, you're not the only person wanting to buy this work and play looking at this video. Somebody else is going to call and take the initiative, pay a deposit on it, and it's theirs. Even if you email before they called, we don't check the emails but once a day. So don't miss out. It happens to people every week, because you're about to see probably the scarcest market you've ever seen for used toy haulers in the next 6 months to a year. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.